Welcome back to Magoo's Views. All right, y'all, still got my little setup going on, something different. Hey, man, this news just broke out on Revolt TV, but I got to give a big shout out to one of my favorite YouTube channels out there, man. I think they're one of the best channels, man, Thought Crimes. Thought Crimes is a great channel. They're very versatile in their topics and stuff like that, man. They talk about movies, music, politics, man. I mean, they're thorough, man. They're very thorough. I'm a real big fan of Thought Crimes, really big fan of Thought Crimes. I've been following them for years. But yeah, man, they were the first ones, because I was listening to their video, they were the first ones to drop this news. Then as the day started, I see Revolt TV pick it up. Now, news is coming from Lil Wayne's son, Lil Novi. He was being interviewed recently, and in the interview, the interviewer asked him, say, hey, who are you picking between Lil Wayne, know your father, or Drake? And he was like, man, my dad wrote most of his ish. I'm going with Lil Wayne, I'm going with my father. When I heard that, I was like, oh, snap. Here we go again. You know, the Ozzy Brothers song? Y'all probably don't know that joint. Anyway, man, but yeah, pretty much like, all right, just getting right to the bare bones, bro. We all know Drake got ghostwriters. That's nothing new. Drake got ghostwriters. Now, in the Meek Mill battle, that's what pretty much, when that came out, as far as like huge hip-hop heads and stuff like that, when they found out, oh, he got writers, nah, you know what I'm saying? Now, Drake is very pop. I say Drake is a pop rapper, you know what I'm saying? So for his image, as far as the pop status, it never really hurt his numbers. But at the same time, the fact that he has writers, that's something that a lot of people, when they hear his bars, you always, sometimes you kind of question, like, well, did he write that? You know what I mean? So the fact that that was out in the Meek Mill battle, that Quentin Miller wrote for Drake, then recently, I want to say last year, in the song from Scorpion, was it Mob Ties, that had a reference track as well. You know what I'm saying? Then there was other people going out here saying there was reference tracks for, the timestamp songs. But now the fact that Lil Novi is coming out saying that, hey, man, my father wrote most of his ish, man, we're going to see where that rabbit hole goes, man. Real talk, because I will put it like this, and I'm being dead honest, man. Lil Wayne's co-sign of Nicki Minaj and Drake in the beginning of their careers did wonders. I mean, if they weren't on Young Money, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't think they would be where they are today. They still would be popular, but Lil Wayne at the time was the biggest rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying? Wayne was the biggest rapper. So having that co-signer, just having, being next to them, being beside them, yeah, that really did a big thing for them at the end of the day. That did a really big thing for them. So, I mean, would it really surprise me that Wayne kind of helped write most of his early stuff? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you listen to, like I said, Thought Crimes made a great point. Like, man, when you listen to, like, a lot of Drake's early songs and stuff, like, yeah, his flow and his cadence really does sound like Wayne and stuff like that. Yeah, could Wayne have probably, put his pen and stuff? Because we all know, yeah, Wayne, he says he doesn't write and stuff like that. He just goes in there and freestyles for the most part. Jay-Z's another one who does that, just goes in there and raps. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, it doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, I'm like, dang, man. Drake's beefing with the Canadian guy, the Canadian politician right now. How that whole situation's going. He came back and apologized to Drake for attending the Kendrick concert. But, he has the Iceman album coming out. He's still dealing with this whole Kendrick is killing this tour right now. He just did 2 back-to-back shows in Toronto. So yeah, Drake is definitely in his feelings about all that. So if this news, if it is true and this is coming out, we shall see, man. I mean, at the end of the day, if he starts walking back comments like, oh, I had a meeting and stuff like that, like, maybe you got a phone call. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, it doesn't surprise me that Wayne possibly did help write for Drake. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is coming from Wayne's son, who look just like him. Good look, his kids look just like him. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, he's coming out, he's defending his father. I mean, he's standing with his father. Like, yo, I'm with my dad, because at the end of the day, he wrote most of his stuff. He's like, and there wouldn't be a Drake if it wasn't for Wayne, which I do agree with. He's like, there would be a Drake, but not to the level and status that we know him of. So, yeah, man, we shall see. At the end of the day, now, here's a good question for y'all. Do y'all think that this could lead to possibly some thoughts? Some shots being thrown? You know what I'm saying? The Iceman album is coming out soon. Wayne just dropped the Carter 6, and there was rumors of Drake possibly, feature on there. Drake didn't show up, but we all know Nicki Minaj showed up for the NOI remix, which I, banned from NOI, which I did like. I thought she did a really good job on her verse. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that Drake didn't show up, we shall see. Also, last year, I remember at that all-white party, I do remember that Wayne said when he was there, the only celebrity that came and talked to him was Tom Brady, but Drake was there also. Could there be beef? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know. We shall see. But at the same time, Wayne was very adamant. He was like, yeah, man, everybody, he said, and Glorilla showed up and talked to him and stuff like that. He's like, other than that, those are the only 2. But I'm like, that's kind of funny, because Drake was right there. He didn't show up and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And like, if it wasn't for you, yeah, Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a tattoo of you. But anyway, yeah, man, we shall see what comes out of this. I'm sure a lot of people more are going to be talking about this later on. But yeah, Lil Novi came out and said, my dad wrote most of his stuff. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be no Drake. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section. You know, do you believe it? Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. You have a good one.